Hello, everybody. All right. Good morning and welcome. My name is Joe Rasick, and I am the president of the Placentia Chamber of Commerce. And it is our pleasure to host the 2019 Placentia State of the City Address. That's presented by our mayor, Rhonda Shader. I happen to have a little bit of insight on today's presentation, and I have to admit that it is energetic, insightful, and most of all, inspiring. Before we serve lunch and have our presentation, I would like to invite the chaplain of the Placentia Police Department, Kenneth Curry, to give our invocation. And I'd like to ask you to please stand.
Thank you. Good morning. Let us pray together. Almighty God, we thank you for bringing us together this day. We thank you for this gathering, the State of the City Luncheon. We are grateful for the Placentia Chamber of Commerce and their leadership in planning. We thank you for the privilege of life and blessings that we enjoy through your graciousness to our country, the land in which we are given the freedom of speech, religion, and the pursuit of happiness. Thank you for the citizens of our city and community, our political leaders, our religious leaders, our business leaders. Thank you for the city of Placentia, a pleasant place to live. Guide our leaders, our mayor, Mayor Rhonda Shader, the city council, our city personnel, our school district personnel, our chief of police and our police department, the fire authority. Inspire us to worthy deeds and sound decisions and direct us towards the attainment of our goals. We are grateful, Lord, for those who are here who inspire us, for those who have courage enough to lead us, for those with wisdom enough to challenge us. Bless, O Lord, our food and our drink, which we are about to receive. Again, bless this gathering, granting us health and peace and progress. Guide us on a path to unity and harmony, that we may serve you and your people better each day. In your name, amen.
Please remain standing as I invite our Placentia Chief of Police, Darren Lenny, to the podium, who will also welcome the Placentia Police Honor Guard.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce the Placentia Police Honor Guard to post the colors before the Pledge of Allegiance. Please place your hand over your heart, veterans and those in uniform, hand salute. Ready, begin. Thank you.
All right, now I would like to welcome the El Dorado High School Vocal Ensemble, led by Director of Choral Music, Ryan Yoder.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Please be seated. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Nice job, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, at this time, we're going to go ahead and serve lunch. We have quite a busy program for today. So we get lunch served, and then in a little bit, we'll get our program started. So please enjoy.
First, I'd like to start by saying that the Chamber has had the pleasure of hosting the State of the City event for many years, and we are very proud of our relationship with our city leaders. 2019 has been a great year for the Chamber, and much like our city, is rebuilding and creating new opportunities. Our membership is over 10% in the past year, and we continue to create great build events for our members to showcase their products and services. We just wrapped up the Taste of Placentia back in August, where we had over 75 businesses. We had our recent tacos and tequila event last week. We worked with our partners in the Santa Fe Merchants. And both those events were very much supported by the city, and we thank them for their partnership in helping to bring great events to Placentia. Our Excellence in Placentia Gala will be here in January, where we take the moment to recognize our outstanding businesses and our Citizens of the Year. So if you want to put that on your calendar, we start nominations and voting here in December. So We had close to 2,000 votes last year for our various businesses, so we'd love to hear from you, and then join us here in January. All right. I would like to bring to your attention in your program the list of elected officials from the City of Placentia, the Placentia Library District, the Placentia Yorba School Board, along with federal, state, and county jurisdictions, and elected officials from neighboring cities. In the spirit of saving time, we're not going to name everybody, but we would like to invite those individuals to stand and be recognized for your commitment. Most of you are volunteers, and we thank you for your commitment to our city. You truly make Placentia a better and more pleasant place to live. Before bringing me to the podium, we'd like to share a video that I think you'll find some highlights of the year. So Eric, you got us queued up back there? All right, please enjoy the video.
I, Rhonda Shader,
I, Rhonda Shader, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California.
Thanks for doing the right thing. Thank you for doing the right thing.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of Mayor of the City of Placentia, upon which I am about to enter.
Mayor Rhonda Shader, along with...
Whereas Mayor Rhonda Shader created the Do the Right Thing Award to recognize everyday heroes that are all around us in our community. These everyday heroes make great decisions and add value to our community, and the City of Placentia values these special people for their contributions. Now, therefore, the Mayor and the City Council of the City of Placentia do hereby award the Do the Right Thing Award.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our mayor, Rhonda Shader.
Woo! How fun was that? Oh my gosh, I love that video. And I love what I've been able to do, and I love all of you for being here today. Thank you. I feel like I'm throwing a big party. Before I get started, I just want to say how honored I am with your presence here, and I have a couple of special tables and guests with me today, and I want to be sure to introduce those people to you. They are very important people in my life. And first, I want to start, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that I wanted you guys to stand, which you're going to hate because I'm going to start with my husband, Frank Shader. Okay, we don't have to clap for all of them. You know, embarrass them too bad. My daughter Chantal Shader is here today. And they can't stand it. Chantal's here with her girlfriend Heather Cooper. I'm so glad you could join us. My son Zach Newcomer is here today. My mom Arlene Ongst is here today. I also have at my table Placentia icon Mary Kastner. And my personal pastor, Jim Yelvington. At this table are my insurance agency friends, my fellow agent, Christina Simpson, and her team member, Daniel Rubakava. And then my team, Nicole Johnston, Jennifer Gage, and Carlene Romeo. Also at this table are my special guests, Letty Galley, the co-founder of Lot 318, community leader Joshua Correa, and American Legion Post 277 Commander Michael Beaver. I'm so pleased that they could all join me today. I'm sure you can imagine they are special people in my life on a daily basis. I hope you enjoyed that video that we showed. I've had so much fun honoring people in Placentia and thanking them for serving our city. I wanted to spend my year as mayor doing just that, and it has been so great. I am going to be able to do it through December, which is my term as mayor, but I did save a special one just for today for you guys to share with me. And I would like to call up to the front Lee Kastner and his wife, Mary Kastner. Don't be grumpy. I couldn't stand it. I had to do it. I had to. I recently had a conversation with Lee that I've had before. Lee came to Placentia off the train when he was 13 years old. And he said, this city did so much for me. He goes, I had no choice but to give back with my entire life. And they have done just that as a couple. And so, as you saw in the video, I created the Do the Right Thing to recognize everyday heroes that are all around us in our community. These everyday heroes make great decisions and add value to our community. And the city of Placentia values these special people for their contributions. Lee and Mary Kastner, you have served the city of Placentia with honor, distinction, and humility for over 50 years. Your support of the city's programs and services is unparalleled in the city's history, providing sound engineering and technical services for the July 4th celebrations, heritage festivals, Easter excitement events, Veterans Day observance, concerts in the park, and so many more. As a couple, you continue to serve the city in many ways, including the Placentia Roundtable Women's Club, Placida Santa Fe Merchants Association, Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District, your alma mater, Valencia High School, the Miss Placentia Scholarship Program, the Placentia Library District, the Placentia Library Friends, Placentia Rotary, Placentia Founders Society, and the Bradford House, and last but not least, you agreed to serve me here today during the Mayor's Day of the City doing sound for me, and that means a lot to me. You have served the city with your time, your finances, and your emotional support, and continue using your gifts even into your retirement years. You both truly embody the spirit of doing the right thing in terms of service, support, and actions. Now, therefore, the Mayor and the City Council of the City of Placentia do hereby award Lee and Mary Kastner the Do the Right Thing Award. In addition to individual #PTown heroes, that's how you get the message to me that you want to nominate someone, We also have some fantastic nonprofit organizations in our city, making Placentia a compassionate and generous city. In this brief video, I asked our Mayor Pro Tem, Ward Smith, to tell us about who is doing what in Placentia.
Hi there, Ward Smith, Mayor Pro Tem. I just wanted to take an opportunity in a moment here to touch on something that I think is very unique and very special to our community. We have what is referred to as the Placentia Community Collaborative. This is a committee group, and it's an opportunity to provide services and look at what it is that we can bring to this community to enhance both service delivery models and afford opportunities to different folks within the community. We are a community that is comprised of some great partnerships, relationships, and collaborations. I particularly take interest in the fact that some of the common ones are Kiwanis or Rotary Club that I belong to, but along with those are the unique organizations that we have here. I think of things like His House that provides opportunities to those that are housing challenged. Carrie Buck and her crew over there at His House does a phenomenal job at finding a stable living environment and one that allows them to grow. I especially think also of Lot 318, working in our La Jolla neighborhoods, an organization that I've worked with some now 15 years when I was at the police department, and remember when Letty Galley first came to the department to work with us and talk to us about the impacts that her organization could make. We're a very blessed community. We're fronted with so many challenges, as most communities are, but we as a city council, we as a city staff and organization, and we as a community come together and really make some fantastic things happen. So with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentation today, and thank you, Mayor Shader. Thank you, Rhonda, for everything you've done.
Thank you, Ward. And if you are here from one of our nonprofits that serve us here in Placentia, will you please just stand and let us acknowledge your great work? There's a lot of you. I'm very proud and grateful that together, through innovation and consensus, we have moved and have accomplished so much this year. There is so much to celebrate today. The current council and staff have aggressively worked to move Placentia forward in the last several years. We have worked very hard to communicate and bring the public in at every level. We have worked very hard. Our overarching goal is the ongoing sustainability of our city. Every decision we make is with this goal in mind. A creative, forward-thinking, engaged council and staff have allowed us to bring value to Placentia in new ways. Working hand in hand with the council and executing our ideas and policies with his amazing team is our city administrator, Damien Arula. I have asked Mr. Arula to personally share with us today some of the important accomplishments this year and bring you some updates on long-term projects as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Damien Arula.
I love the bump music. So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to come before you and speak a little bit about Placentia and all the wonderful things that are going on. It's a privilege and honor to be with you here today. As staff, from the staff's perspective, we wouldn't be able to do all of these wonderful things if we didn't have the blessing of a mayor like Mayor Shader and the City Council. They allow us to do what we do and do what we do best, so we appreciate all the support that they give us. So we're here today, and for those of you that have been around for a little while, I see many in the audience, you'll know that Placentia wasn't in this position not too many years ago. We've faced our fair share of challenges as an agency and as a city. A lot of those are fiscally surrounded, but as an organization, we've had those challenges as well. Those challenges include things like online sales growing at a rapid pace, affecting our city quite a bit. Things like low sales tax base, so lack of commercial development, whatnot, infrastructure deteriorating at a pretty rapid pace, as well as the overall stability in our organization and how Placentia is viewed in large part in Orange County. Some of the areas that we focused on, we're actually going to speak about a little bit about today, that we take pride in looking at these areas is actually the areas of economic development and stability. So the very same challenges that come before us as an organization, we take pride in the fact that those create opportunities that allow us to think outside the box, approach situations differently, not be the typical kind of city answer to every single type of problem. And if you know Placentia, and you've known Placentia the last few years, we've been incredibly creative in how we've approached difficult situations, and we take pride in that fact. Some of those include the economic development we're going to go through, as well as public-private partnerships, like having our own gas station. That might sound odd to some folks, but having a gas station allows us to take a piece of revenue of every gallon sold. Also things like the billboards that you see on the freeway that everyone used to always ask me, where's Placentia? When I told them, that I worked for the city of Placentia, where's Placentia in Orange County? But now we actually have a little bit of a presence with those billboards because we have our nice logo up there in addition to all the advertising revenue that we receive. In addition to that, we've faced challenges beyond those things that we can control. And so what we've done is acknowledge the fact that we're a bedroom community and actually put in place a Citizens Fiscal Sustainability Task Force. The council appointed that task force in January 2015. And among other things, they had a number of different tasks to work on. Those include coming up with a list of recommendations to the city council on ways that they could stabilize our city. In addition to that, to generate a report that would be shared with the community about how our city could be stabilized, as well as several solutions. Ultimately, the council saw this report and came back and said, let's go ahead and share this with the community and get input from the community as we solve this problem together versus just as a city alone. As a part of that process, one of the things that we recognized very early on was when you're talking about something like a ballot measure or taxes, you have to garner support, you have to garner trust. And that trust is not just short-term, but it's long-term. How do you prove to your constituents that you're going to be able to long-term be able to ensure that the thing that they are voting upon is actually going to be around for years to come and address the things that the council and the task force set out forth? So we created a legacy document. We call this our reserve policy. A lot of staff call it Policy 460. But ultimately what it is it's a document that will guide not just this city council and this administration, but future city councils and administrations long into the future to ensure that these taxpayer dollars are protected. Some of the most notable things that the policy does is it creates a focus on public infrastructure. So 50% of the funds go towards public infrastructure like roads, vehicles and parks, equipment, facilities, all the things that the task force had identified that we needed to improve upon. Build towards a minimum contingency reserve balance of 17%. If you know Placentia in the past, we necessarily haven't had the largest reserve. This is an area of focus that we know we need to improve upon, and this certainly assists with that process, as well as to stabilize our workforce. One of the biggest things that's important in a community in running a city is public safety. It's the number one priority we tend to see from our residents, and so we wanted to ensure that we were stabilizing our workforce, ensuring that our police officers were stabilized, and ensure that we actually had great men and women continuing to be on our streets, and as we invested in them, that they would stay with Placentia. Part of that process, in terms of the reserve policy, was ultimately adopting Measure U. Measure U went before the voters in November 2018. It was overwhelmingly passed by voters, which was exciting to see. That told us that we were doing something right in terms of the communication with our community. And we actually received our first payment in July of 2019. That was exciting for a city like Placentia and looking at the future and receiving these monies and applying the reserve policy. In fiscal year 1920, we allocated, with the City Council's support, $3.2 million of Measure U, SB1, gas tax, and Measure M fund. What's exciting about this is this provides 800,000 square feet of arterial street roadway rehab. This provides more than 4.3 million square feet of residential street preventative maintenance and slurry seal. And what's most notable about this is the largest street maintenance work we've done in 10 years in the city. So it's really exciting to see this work occur and allow us to improve our infrastructure. As part of that process, we established an independent citizens oversight committee for Measure U, and we welcome the community to attend those meetings to ensure that we're living up to our promise when it comes to Measure U. Some additional projects that we have that we're looking forward to are park improvements at Parque de Aurora Verde, Champion Sports Park, as well as Sand Park, upgrades at city facilities including Tynes Gym roof replacement, a Gary building, restroom updates, some long overdue improvements to the police station, police and public works vehicle replacements, as well as a new SWAT vehicle to ensure our community is safe during critical incidents. And another area that Placentia has worked quite a bit on the last year, you've probably seen it in the news, is actually the homeless situation. Placentia is excited to be a partner working with 13 North Orange County cities to create a model through an MOU process and essentially create 2 navigation centers. One will be in Buena Park, one will be in Placentia. What's exciting about this is a way to not just provide shelter, but also look at the ways we can provide wraparound services to the homeless. But at the same time, create accountability, right? So we want to ensure that we're creating that accountability, but at the same time providing great services for the homeless. This partnership is the first of its kind, not just in California, but actually in the nation. It's a model for California cities, and we're excited to bring it forward. Our navigation center, the Placentia one, will be opening early in 2020, and it will re-empower also our law enforcement community. A lot of people ask us, why can't we do anything about this in terms of the homeless situation? It's a very complicated situation, but ultimately the idea is to ensure we're creating a navigation center to help with the process. Upon completion, the navigation center will be able to enforce our anti-camping ordinance, essentially having that removal of the homeless from our public right-of-way and ensuring they're in a stable living environment with the right services. Another exciting effort that we've been working on is our Placentia Veterans Village. This is a project we're very proud of. This project actually is the first of its kind in Orange County and provides support to homeless veterans and disabled veterans. You can see here on the slide, actually, some of the work in progress. The address, for those of you that are history buffs, is 1945 East Veterans Way. So if you know anything about that year in our nation's history, that's very important. And it's at the intersection of Ornsthorpe Avenue and Lakeview Avenue. The groundbreaking was held in November 2018. It will come with 50 furnished apartment homes, comprehensive on-site supportive services, including case management, physical and mental health services, employment services, life skills training, as well as counseling for our veterans. You can see that there's framing of the 3-story structure underway. It is a LEED Gold certified building. Those of you that know anything about environmental sustainability, it will be a very sustainable building. And it's anticipated to be completed in May 2020, and we're excited to have you join us for that grand opening in our community. And we're looking forward to doing that just before Memorial Day. Some of the other areas that we've been working on is actually economic development. There's been quite a bit of effort in this arena. Actually, Mayor Shader and Councilmember Vonka have participated quite a bit with the team on our economic development efforts. Some of the significant and more notable projects are the Integral Communities Lion Living Project that you see here. This is known as the Herald, as in the first of its kind, and it's exciting in our transit-oriented district. The groundbreaking was held on July 10th. It's a 215-unit multifamily residential development. We consider it as staff essentially resort-style living because it has a variety of amenities, including not just a courtyard, but also a clubhouse on the roof, exercise facility, dog run, swimming pool, 17,000 square foot common open space. And if you've ever seen one of these developments, there's actually a huge TV at the very top as well, so that's kind of nice. It provides $2.4 million in one-time development impact fee revenue that the city can use towards parks, programs, and other services, so that's exciting, and it's anticipated to be completed in about 18 months. The next one is USA Properties. This is a development that's right on the edge of our proposed Metrolink station. It's approximately 180 units. We're working currently on a development agreement with this developer who's done quite a bit of work throughout California. Plans and designs are being finalized, and this will provide direct access to the Metrolink station. So it's very unique. It's the first of its kind in Southern California where you can literally walk straight from your home, walk across the platform, and get onto the Metrolink. So it's a very exciting project, and we're looking forward to working with USA Properties on that. The next one is JPI Development. This is also in our TOD area. You can see here in the rendering, and the project was approved by the Planning Commission and City Council. It is 418 units. Financing is currently in progress, and construction is set to start in summer 2020. And again, this is very, very nice apartment-style multifamily homes. We're excited to actually talk a little bit about Old Town. So we talked a lot about TOD, but Old Town is an area that definitely needs the right support, the right infrastructure, and the right vision. We're excited, and you see a picture here. The city actually won an award with the Southern California Association of Governments for its master planning efforts in Old Town. But beyond that, one of the things that we've been working with the City Council and the county on is called Enhanced Infrastructure Financing District. Why is this exciting? because it's a way for us to collect our taxes, our property taxes together between the county and the city to essentially pool those resources and create new infrastructure in Old Town. You can see some pictures here of the Streetscape master plan. I tell staff it's a little bit like creating Disneyland, all the things that you like at Disneyland in terms of the width of the sidewalks and the landscaping, the attention to detail. We're actually going to be able to do that in Old Town, so it's really exciting. What's also exciting is this is the first one in the entire state of California. So it's a great way to create a conservative model to pool resources with other taxing agencies to develop something new. The next is Rosa and Alta Vista. I believe our developer team here is that we've worked with, the Konzelman family. You see here is we have a rendering and a video compilation. This long-awaited corner has been finally approved by the City Council and Planning Commission. It's with SC Development partnering with Lion Homes. SC Development will be the commercial builder and Lion will be the residential builder. It's about 10,000 square feet of commercial retail on that corner and 54 new single-family homes. And they're currently working on some of the public improvements in the city's right-of-way. Another exciting development that we're working on, this is to diversify the city's portfolio to be financially stable, is a Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. You can see here the rendering and the video. This is located at 380 South Placentia. The groundbreaking was recently held, and it provides 116 new rooms, as well as anticipated transient occupancy taxes for up to $400,000 annually. Construction is set to be completed in early 2021, and it will provide 30 permanent jobs. A couple of shopping centers we wanted to highlight, we've been at work on those, is the Placentia Village Plaza. You can see here behind me the photos of some of the construction and business openings. This is at the southeast corner of Kramer and Yorba Linda Boulevard. This is the city's first development that we've deployed called 360-degree design. It has high-quality design. Every single angle that you look on that building has some element of design that we've deployed, working hand-in-hand with the developer. There's a new Starbucks. I'm sure all of you have patronized that Starbucks, right? That opened July 31st. We're told it's the 5th highest grossing Starbucks in Orange County right now, so that's exciting. That tells you how bad we wanted a Starbucks too, right? We also have a Chipotle right next to it that opened September 11th, very recently, and a Pizza Rev is coming soon. That is basically like a Pieology, mod pizza type oriented type business that will be coming there. The most exciting prospect of this is we actually tied a string to connect this development to the balance of the other property. We told the developer we want to work with you on revitalizing this entire center, not just one portion. They agreed to do so, and we're excited to announce that on the coattails of this is some new improvements that we'll be looking at that will be going before the Planning Commission. We'll completely revitalize that center. That center will not look anything like you see today. So it's really exciting to have that project. Sierra Vista Shopping Center. For those of you that have been around, you know that this has been a long mission and a long haul on this project. It was dilapidated, it was missing an anchor. We worked quite a bit with the City Council and our partners in the private sector to bring about a new grocery outlet to that center. And that opened May 30th. You saw it a little bit of in Mayor Shader's video, which was exciting. We've also worked on facade and parking lot improvements and new signage in the center. Again, we tried to deploy as much 360-degree design as possible, and one of our economic development efforts in recruiting a Dollar Tree has paid off, and they are actually opening this Saturday as the co-anchor tenant right there. Crunch Fitness is also expanding, and then we're working on an outdoor courtyard for patrons to actually utilize the area. So as you can see, Placentia has a lot of fun and exciting things happening in our great city. I would be remiss if I didn't take a brief moment to acknowledge some very important team members that have been a part of this process, as part of this journey as we've gone about walking down this road together. The people that I'm going to introduce are actually the management team, and then I'll actually ask that the rest of the team members stand up. But these are the heartblood of our community. The council and I essentially get to be the coaches of superstars, these great team members, these people that allow us to move forward. All the stuff that you see behind us was done with their input, their blood, sweat, and tears, weekends, et cetera. So we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge this great team that we get to coach every day. So I'm going to actually call your name, and I'm going to ask that you stand up. So the first is Luis Estevez, our Director of Public Works. We also have Kim Kraus, our Director of Finance. Joe Lambert, our Director of Development Services. Darren Lanier, Chief of Police. Rosanna Ramirez, Director of Administrative Services. And she didn't know I'm going to recognize her, but I'm going to do it anyway. Jeanette Ortega, Assistant to the City Administrator, Economic Development Manager. And we have a new team member, in case you've been watching the news, and that is actually Scott Ferguson, our interim chief of the Placentia Fire and Life Safety Department, who has joined our team and assisting quite a bit with some of the efforts that we've been doing there. So with all of that, I believe it's fair to say it's a new day for Placentia, and it's exciting to see what the future holds for our great city. We're blessed to have a great working team, a great city council, and it's exciting to see what the future holds as we work with Mayor Shader and the rest of the council. Thank you again for your time and attendance today.
Well, you can see, to change something that's been struggling for a long time, you have to take massive action. And it takes a lot of work. And those people that were just introduced and their team members that are here today, I call them my rock stars because they absolutely are. And they execute with great precision all the things that we have going. And I appreciate them so much, and especially Damien's leadership. So thank you. In addition to working with developers to build new projects that will update and beautify our city, a facade improvement program was implemented in Old Town Placentia. Our new murals in Old Town welcome visitors and celebrate our history and art in general. This program also helps local building owners update the look of their buildings and businesses, bringing new life into our Old Town. The council also voted this year to set a goal of becoming a Tree City USA. With this in mind, we have approved an urban forest management plan and grid pruning system to care for and increase the trees in our city. We are continuing to work on this issue to accomplish the necessary steps to complete this goal. We have some more to go, and we'll make that announcement when it happens. There is so much to do in Placentia and so many great places to eat now. And I believe Councilmember Craig Green has a favorite new spot that he'd like to share with us. Please look at the video screens.
Hello everyone, this is Craig Green, one of your 5 city council members. I'm sitting here at one of Placentia's newest places, Wingstop, with George Ortiz. He's the Vice President of Operations. One of the benefits of being on city council is to help foster and bring new businesses into town, especially good eateries like this. Maybe even after a city council meeting, you can come over here and get some good grub to go. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. This was just the perfect city for us to expand our Orange County growth. Part of opening a business in any city is to be able to bring to the community opportunities like jobs, careers, via fundraising, whether it's a high school or a local charity. We'd like to give back and get involved.
I know you guys were part of the Taste of Placentia, and I know that was highly successful. I'm sure you guys.
It was great for us, yes. Yeah. So, I mean, especially coming so close to an opening, just getting our name out there, it was fun and exciting, yes.
So George, welcome to the city of Placentia. We're really happy to have you here.
We're happy we're here, but you can't leave without having our great wings, right? That was part of the deal.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, here we go.
Does that look good or what? Oh my gosh, there's enough. Wow, looks good. Let me take a bite of this. That works. That works big time. Thank you.
I sent the right person for that job, didn't I? But there isn't just wings. Other new eating spots are Chipotle, Pancake House, Sand Sushi in Old Town, and let's not forget our new coffee roaster, Golden State Coffee in our Old Town. We have some unique recreational and sporting venues in our city as well. We are enjoying Laser Island, who joined us years back, and Councilmember Vonka and his family found a hidden gem in our city that you may not know about. I've asked him to share that with us.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Eric with Griffin Fencing and Archery Studio. I'm here with Chad Vonka with the Placentia City Council, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the fun things that you can do here in the city of Placentia.
How big is the school?
So the space itself is about 5,000 square feet. So we're one of the largest fencing places here in the Southern California area.
For Placentia, being a small city, that's really, really great. And it's a great opportunity for the kids to be able to, come someplace close to home and do something that's not common.
Yeah, no, fencing is a very unique sport. It's teaching discipline, helping the kids develop, their physical skills and coordination, and also helping them develop confidence.
And we're lucky to have you in Placentia. So as you can see, we have a lot of wonderful opportunities in Placentia, unique activities that you and your family can partake in, especially Griffin, fencing and archery. So come down and check it out.
How cool is that? We have a fencing school. Yes, and archery. I love that. Such a unique spot. Placentia is very quickly becoming a place to live, work, and play with all the new opportunities we have right here. Did you know we are home to 2 award-winning microbreweries? Being mayor is a really tough job, and sometimes I have to do difficult things. I asked my Mayor Pro Tem, Ward Smith, to join me on this venture. We actually visited them, and we'd like to show you what we found.
It's Mayor Shader and Mayor Pro Tem Smith.
Hey guys.
And we're out here at the brewery in Placentia, one of our fabulous microbreweries. And we're here with Lee, the tasting room manager.
We are definitely the largest brewery in Orange County. We started in May of 2008 by leasing that location right next door to us. We had 4 or 5 employees as of that month, and now we've grown to about 105 employees.
How many beers go out of this place every, we say week or month?
I would say we probably release 20 new beers every month, and we have over 150 different labels over the entire year. We know what we can make, and we know we can make it really well, and we just hope that people continue to accept that.
Well, this has been wonderful, Lee. We're so glad the brewery is in Placentia, and they are setting a new standard in microbrewery right here in our city.
Hey, it's Mayor Shader and Mayor Pro Tem Ward Smith, and we're here at Stereo Brewing Company. I had a fun experience. I went to eat at Craftsman Pizza.
Oh, we love the guys over at Craftsman.
And Stereo Beer was there.
Yeah.
Which I was very excited about because Craftsman Pizza is a local restaurant, and then they are selling your beer.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We're on tap at quite a few different bars and restaurants, especially like the Placentia community has embraced us in that sense.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Me too.
Amanda, I understand that as we were talking about all your different beers, you made reference to the fact that your beers have some kind of connectivity to music or some genre of music. Can you tell me a little bit how that came about?
Sure. Yeah, my husband and I, who owns this place with me, we met at a Bob Dylan concert in line for craft beer. So,
in line.
So I think our 2 interests were really melded, and we just feel like music brings people together, and it's just like a common point that everyone can relate on.
Amanda, I have to say that this is just a jewel in our community.
Thank you.
And we love that you picked Placentia, and we just wish you so many years of success here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Raise your hand if you saw who the real beer drinker was. Speaking of drinking, public safety is another high priority for our city. We are so proud of our Placentia Police Department, led by Chief Darren Lanier. Chief, will you just stand so they can remember how awesome you are? Under Chief's leadership, we have moved many important areas forward. First, we hired an emergency manager. The emergency manager's #1 priority is to ensure our community, the city, the school district, private business, and the police department are better prepared for any large-scale emergency. I would like to introduce Stephen Torrance, our emergency manager. Stephen? Next, working with the school district, we have added a second school resource officer. This moves the communication and provides safer environment for the district, its students, and the police department. Also, our officers are now being provided with 2 new tools. Narcan, a nasal spray that can reverse an overdose immediately on site. By the way, this tool has been used and had positive results. And tactical tourniquets now provided to trained officers and other personnel. This life-saving equipment can be administered to save the life of a community member or an officer who is seriously hurt. Additionally, the department has implemented a peer support team to assist employees and officers with coping with the stressors and challenges of the law enforcement profession. The PD, along with the school district and the Orange County District Attorney's Office, is participating in the OC GRIP program, Gang Reduction Intervention Program, where our police personnel mentor at-risk youth. Finally, our Police Explorer program added 7 additional graduates this year. This important program has been responsible for many of the officers currently serving in our department. Several of these initiatives were overseen by our police captain, Brad Butts, who is here today. Captain Butts, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our fire and medical safety are currently contracted with the Orange County Fire Authority. Steve Herald, a battalion chief, is here with us today. Steve, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for being here. You can see in your program the calls and efforts made by the fire department related to fire and medical rescue. However, a few incidents of note that our Division 4 Chief, Phil Johnson, shared with me was I started my barbecue and it blew up on me, so I ran into the house. Fortunately, the OCFA crews extinguished that fire with very little property damage and no one getting hurt. There were a couple of severe auto accidents where vehicles rolled over. A person was trapped in the car. The patient was extricated by firefighters, evaluated, and transported to the hospital in stable condition. Then there was the flooding situation at a large senior living facility. Upon arrival, a large amount of water was still flowing from a broken boiler on the first floor. Firefighters stopped the leak from the broken boiler and began a water vacuum and squeegee operation, saving the day and hopefully the carpet. Unfortunately, there has been auto versus pedestrian incidences, and in our community, there's train versus pedestrian, where both fire and police are called out. And of course, there are many medical aid calls our firefighters respond to multiple times a day to help the people of Placentia. Steve, I hope you will share with the men and women of Stations 34 and 35 how much we appreciate their great service this year. Thank you so much. Many of you know that in the coming year, we will be making a change in how we deliver our fire and medical safety program. Today, I'm pleased, and he was already introduced, but our interim fire chief, Scott Ferguson, is with us today. He is working on the rollout of the Placentia Fire and Life Safety Department that will go live on July 1st, 2020. Mr. Ferguson, thank you. We'll just be reminded. Our medical aid program will be contracted through Lynch Ambulance. I would also like to welcome and introduce the owner of Lynch Ambulance, Walter Lynch, who is here with members of his management team as well. You know, in Placentia, our veterans and active military are very important to us. We actually have a committee, an official committee at the city for veterans. I've asked Councilmember Craig Green to share with us about an important project that we instituted just this year. Please see the video screens.
Hi everybody, this is Craig Green, one of your city councilmen. I'm here to talk about one of the programs the city has that's near and dear to my heart, and what it is, it's the banner program for our active duty military personnel. And their applications are at the police department, and I think you can go online and find out what the requirements are and all that. But it's a great program. We have about, I believe it's 18 up right now, going down Kramer and all that. And if you look over my shoulder, you can see the banners. If you have somebody that's currently serving on active duty and you'd like to get a banner up to honor them, I would highly recommend getting the application in and getting that thing done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Isn't that wonderful? We're very happy to have that program, and hopefully if you hadn't noticed them going down Kramer because you were paying attention to your driving, you'll take a little peek up. They're beautiful. It makes me very proud. You know, community isn't community unless you have gatherings. In Placentia, we have traditions in our town that have been meaningful for years. These gatherings bring people together and create quality of life for our citizens. I asked Council Member Yamaguchi to share more about these programs in our city.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Yamaguchi, council member here in the city of Placentia. We're here at Tri-City Park today enjoying our Concerts in the Park, which takes place here every year in the summertime. Here in Placentia, we're proud to present the community with a number of activities for fun of family and friends, including Concerts in the Park, movies in the park, as well as our senior center, after-school programs for the students, as well as all kinds of summer activities and learning programs. All of our programs from community services in the city of Placentia take a great deal of work. I want to thank all of the volunteers and staff who help coordinate and plan all of our events, and thank all of the community members who come out and enjoy all of our great events.
Very good. These programs care for and create fun opportunities for the most vulnerable members of our community and provide a great quality of life. A unique effort was made this year that has provided special gatherings in a special part of town, the Atwood neighborhood near Parque de los Niños, where we worked with the Orange County Supervisor Doug Chafee with his team, neighborhood residents, and local artists to renovate a 240-foot mural that runs along the flood control channel. The Atwood mural was originally painted in 1977 by artist and educator Manuel Trujillo Hernandez. As you can see, this is a beautiful mural and a landmark in our city. As part of this project, people were able to participate in painting days, where we held a resource fair, had food trucks, and a softball game, where our own Supervisor Chafee was the pitcher. Doesn't he look great? We also enjoy partnering with Love Placentia each year to promote a serve day for everyone in Placentia. It is such a great sight to drive around on the day of that event and see everyone working on projects all over town. It is always a pleasure to see so many friends and supporters of Placentia in one place. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation to the Chamber of Commerce, Placentia Linda Hospital, the Gas Company, St. Jude Medical, for being title sponsors of this event, but also for being great community partners with the city. I would like to thank my fellow city council members, our commissioners and committee members for being an essential part of our future. I'd also like to thank the El Dorado High School Vocal Ensemble for the beautiful singing and our wonderful welcome today by the Valadez Middle School Academy Folklorico dancers. I want to thank the core group that planned today's event: Jeanette Ortega, Becky Rodstein, Eric Lowy, Katie Gerber, and our intern from El Dorado High School, Ray Nelson, who's in the back with the headset on. Thank you, Ray. And also, of course, Lee Kastner for operating our sound equipment. Finally, I want to thank my friends and family, especially my husband Frank and my mom Arlene, for being so supportive. You can imagine the two of them live this every day with me. So I really appreciate their patience, not just during mayor, but also all of City Council. You know, I am highly optimistic and excited about all the great accomplishments this year and what this will mean for the future of our community. The city of Placentia is in a great state right now. We look forward to continuing to provide effective governance, prudent financial management, outstanding public safety services, and excellent public infrastructure well into the future. It is with great privilege that I serve as mayor of such an exceptional city and community. I plan to keep doing the right thing for Placentia. Thank you for attending the State of the City. I pray God will bless America, that God will bless the city of Placentia, and I encourage and challenge all of you to go out of here today and keep doing the right thing. Thank you for attending. always does the right thing. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, I want to get the mural. Get a couple of, oh, don't film me.
Hi.
Do you know who I am?
No.
Thank you guys for doing the right thing today.
Do I have to say the whole thing again?
Go ahead.
I can remember.
Isn't that?
She's the leader. Thanks for doing the right thing. I'm the mayor. I can do this. I was elected for this crap. Hey, thanks for doing the right thing. There she is again.
I will now call to order the Placentia City Council meeting. Now call to order the Placentia City Council meeting. I'm now going to call to order the Placentia City Council meeting. I'll now call to order the Placentia City Council meeting. I'll now call to order the Placentia City Council meeting. I'll now call to order the Placentia City Council meeting.
Thank you for doing the right thing.
Can we do that one more time?
Oh, good God, are you serious?